Alright, so my presentation is about how to survive a zombie apocalypse if it ever was to happen. So don't get eaten. Alright, so the origin of zombies. Zombies came from the Indian rural folklore as dead persons physically revived by the act of necromancy of a boker or sorcerer or witch. So they're basically just mindless slaves to the person that used the voodoo magic or whatever to revive these dead people. And some zombies or some of the people revived, the zombies revived would come back as physical beings without souls, and then some would come back as souls without physical beings. So that's kind of where ghosts came from, ish. So or that's another place where ghosts came from. So some would come back as ghosts, some would come back as zombies, but they didn't eat people. They just kind of did the master's bidding. It's kind of weird, you know. So that's where they originally came from, and then zombies as we know them came from George A. Romero, who he made a movie called Night of the Living Dead, which came out in 1968, and he basically put zombies, the mindless slaves, together with vampires, which is making zombies as we know them, the flesh-eating, ravaged zombies. Alright, so the TV portrayal of zombie apocalypse. So basically, I have 3 clips here showing the differences in the zombies, because people kind of make them different because they're not real, so they can make them however they want. So, but in every movie, no matter what, the military always is overwhelmed by the zombies. So the military isn't there because it wouldn't be exciting. I mean, they're there in World War Z, but they get beaten eventually. And then cities are always bad places to be because there's a ton of people and there's not as many guns and stuff. So if there was a zombie outbreak, the city would get infected really quickly and you'd basically be screwed. And the zombies always travel in herds, so they always have to stick together in a pack because they're kind of like animals, I guess. They're not. They've lost their individuality, obviously, so they're traveling herds. And then all zombies have different weaknesses. In I Am Legend, they're if they're exposed to light, they start corroding, kind of like vampires, I guess. And then in The Walking Dead, they're really just super weak. You could eventually in the show you can punch one in the face and it'll just its face will just burst. In World War Z, the weakness is they won't try to kill you if you're sick, because they smell your blood or something. So it's if it's healthy, they'll try to kill you, but if not, they'll let you alone. So I want to play just a little bit of this, Lucas. Skip to right here. Actually, wait, no, skip. Yeah.
You don't have sound, Chief.
What do you mean? Turn it
Up.
Dude, skip. We don't need the storyline, Lucas. Okay, so right now, the zombie things are coming at his house. They're just trying to stop them by using super powerful lights. But they've kind of evolved past it because they're trying to kill him. Just part of the movie, I guess. He tries blowing them off. And so you can see here, skip to here, Lucas.
Here?
Yeah, wait. No, I'll go back. You missed it. My bad. Alright, so you can see it's kind of tossing around or whatever. These ones are super strong and stuff. And they're ugly too, but you can pause it. So these ones are super strong and they eventually evolve past their weaknesses, and then show The Walking Dead. And then just skip to right here.
You guys attacked?
Yeah. Skip to so you can see they're moving really slowly and they're just stupid and they just travel in giant herds. So the only way they're dangerous in this movie or show is by large numbers, C positive. And then in World War Z, they're skip to like here. There. No. Yeah. So like there's a big wall. So like the humans that aren't infected are like right in here, and the zombies are like outside of it, and they're trying to get in by like they all like just run up against the wall, and then let's get like there. Just look for it. No, yeah, sure, yeah. So then like they like all climb up on each other, and then they just like jump over because they're like like these ones are superhuman, but those are just like ridiculous. So like you can see that they just yeah, people just make them different. So that's just fun. You can pause it now, Lucas. So yeah, you can see the differences in zombies and the portrayal of TV.
Tag.
Smart move. Alright, so if the zombie apocalypse was supposed to happen, what would the world look like? If there was a real zombie apocalypse, like it'd probably be like, or if it was like airborne and like spread physically, almost every corner of the earth would be affected in 1 year, and then when people die, they would become zombies. So like, think of how it would affect the world like forever, because like the virus maybe would be always there, like because it was airborne. So like, for generations to come, whenever someone dies, they'll turn into zombies. So like, people would have to get used to like stabbing people in the head or like shooting them when they die, you know. So that'd like really change everything. And then yeah, so that kind of leads to the killing zombies would be like second nature, and the world would forever be changed, obviously, because cities would be like destroyed. So. And this little website, if you want to go to that, Lucas, shows, go down. There's some choice language in here, but go up. So this is it was started in New York, so that's like how much the virus had spread in just 24 hours. So they use some, yeah, they basically say what would happen. Go down. Stop. So is it spreading? No. Oh yeah. So all this red, this is all the place that would be like infected after a month, which I feel like that's not like a lot, but I guess it is. Go down, Lucas. And then the safest places to be would be in the Rocky Mountains, which are like here, and then like those mountains are pretty safe too. So like any place that's not like a city, you're basically good. You can go back to the presentation, Lucas. So you can go to the next one. Alright, so doomsday preppers. These are people that actually believe this can happen and are preparing for it. So you can see this sick bus. Kind of want it, but they really made it zombie proof. You can see they barred off like everything, and they have like the like train kind of I don't know what you call that, but that thing, yeah. So National Geographic has a show like called Doomsday Preppers, and they like, so there's a zombie full episode. We're not gonna watch it obviously, but like that was really interesting, and basically shows a bunch of hardcore people that are like saying, well, my neighbor thinks I'm crazy right now, but when the zombies strike, then they'll be coming to me for help. Like, there's a bunch of people like that. And then these are some real apocalypse shelters. Lucas, how much time do we have?
This is 8 minutes. 9 minutes right now.
I think we can watch a little bit. So these are some pretty cool, you can, oh, just kidding, don't make it full screen. Skip ahead a little bit, I guess.
How far?
Just like there. Is there sound? Okay, so
and another in Kansas. The Indiana location costs $50,000 per adult and $35,000 per child. It accommodates 80 people for a minimum of 1 year without having to surface and can withstand a 20 megaton blast. The Kansas Survival Shelter is a massive 2 million square foot area that is being outfitted right now. It'll be able to accommodate 5,000 people for a minimum of 1 year. Located 130 feet below the surface of a mountain and
I don't know
carved
if
out of
these are
solid
going to be
limestone,
built or if they
and they
already
plan to
are,
preserve
because they
1
didn't
out of
really,
every million human
have
on
real
Earth's
pictures
artifacts,
of them,
DNA, and
and most of them.
reproductive cells, as well as books, data, and much more. The Adirondack Missile Silo is an old military Atlas F missile silo converted into a luxury underground shelter. Located in upstate New York, there is a 2,000 square foot log home on the surface of the structure. The underground shelter is a 2,300 square foot, 2-story luxury home. The silo tube is 52 feet in diameter and 185 feet deep. The security doors are able to withstand a 2,000-pound blast. They plan to continue to renovate it and make it into a larger survival condo that is able to accommodate multiple people. But it's for sale right now for $3 million. The luxury survival condo is also built at...
So as you can see, people...
Oops.
So as you can see, people think this is like, not just zombie apocalypses obviously, but like people are pretty scared about this kind of stuff, so they take it pretty seriously. So yeah, that basically is that's it. So what do the experts think? I'm gonna quote the Professor Stephen Schultz. They're not real. They don't exist. I'm a practicing physician, and I'm required to tell you when you should be worried. You don't need to worry about zombies. This is a guy that like is called Dr. Zombie, I guess, because back in the day he was watching a zombie movie and his like wife had cancer at the time, and he was really upset because he couldn't cure cancer, but he wanted to show people that like he could cure like zombies or whatever, or like treat them. So basically he like spent like a month or something stupid like studying zombies, and then he like eventually came up with all these different like theories about like how they can't like exist or whatever. And yeah, so now he's pretty famous-ish, I guess. And there's another guy, Dr. Manny Alvarez, who said, as a doctor and a scientist, I know one thing for sure. When you're dead, you're dead. Our brain should be less focused on imaginary zombie hordes and more focused on harnessing the tools that we need in order to enhance our lives, whether it be music, education, science, or the classics. This guy just hates how zombies have taken over, not taken over, how they're so prominent in our culture today, because he thinks they're stupid, because they really kind of are. I'm not saying I don't enjoy The Walking Dead, but agreed. And then this guy, he thinks that people are attracted to zombies because we're becoming more like zombies. So, because like we're becoming so like, I don't know, like into technology, and he thinks we're losing our sense of individuality too. So he thinks that like, I don't know, like people are more attracted to zombies because like people are becoming more like them in a way. And he said that also zombie movies are like, more people watch zombie movies like when there's like an economic like crisis or like when the economy's worse, which is just an interesting fact. Skip, please. So, although a zombie apocalypse, as portrayed on TV or in the movies, is impossible, that doesn't mean there couldn't be a different type of outbreak. So this website shows scientific ways that a zombie apocalypse or something like that could possibly happen. So just like skip down a little bit, just show some of this stuff. So, okay, first you got the voodoo magic. So this is a Miami, you don't watch it. This basically was an incident in Miami a few years back where there's like this naked guy just eating this guy's face, right? And it lasted for like 12 minutes or something. And then, so apparently he was under the influence of a powerful synthetic drug known as bath salts. But like people are all like freaked out, like, oh, it's a zombie apocalypse, but it was really just like drugs. So like drugs could like, you know, just make people crazy, I guess, is basically what they're trying to say. And then, yeah, so obviously like the voodoo thing, there's not really much proof that that could happen, but I'm sure it could. Go down. Okay, this is a fly that basically, okay, what does it do? Okay, it puts people in a like zombie-like state, but it doesn't like make them want to eat people. It just makes them look like zombies, basically. So if you get bit by this, you're dead. So yeah, go down. Brain parasites, they make you go crazy. Like it says, like they make you like your I don't know, it like affects your, what does it do? Music poisoning? Yeah, this just makes you crazy, and that's it, really. So, good on. They're basically like trying to come up with like all the different like things that like a zombie is, and then like they're just showing like how someone could like have one of a zombie's like characteristics, because like possibly someone could put them all together and make people zombies. I don't even know about that one. I didn't research it like that. Okay, then like the last one. Go to the last one, because this is interesting. This is like nanobots. Basically, you can put like you can put like a virus in there, and then like the fear is that like maybe one day like a world superpower could like come up with some kind of potion to make everyone zombies, and then they could like affect everyone in the world. That's just stupid. So you can exit. But I'm just showing you guys more scientific and like real life examples of zombie-ish things. So last thing, which is the most important by far, how do you survive a zombie apocalypse? First off, you need a survival kit. So you need water and food for days on end.
Food?
Food. Did I say
Food for days.
Food for days, yeah. It recommended you get a bicycle power generator, because then you can just, charge up all your stuff, whatever you need. And then you get in shape too. And an extensive toolkit is important, obviously, because, it's like your car breaks, you gotta fix it, otherwise you're stranded there. Rechargeable batteries for your flashlights are important because it gets dark. You need weapons, guns, knives, machetes, flamethrowers, nukes. Mainly just the guns and knives. You could. I don't think flamethrowers would be super effective, honestly, but it had them down. And yeah, okay. So moving to someplace cold with a little population would be very smart, because zombies do die on their own because their bodies are deteriorating. And snow, if you're in snow, that's going to slow them down a lot. If it's 4 feet, they probably can't move. It's if it's Walking Dead zombies. And then little population, obviously, because it'll take a while for all the herds to get to you. And by the time they are to you, you should be prepared enough to kill them. So find a fuel-efficient vehicle as well, and hoard gas, because if you watch any movies or shows, finding gas is a big issue. So never be afraid to steal gas from other people and hoard it for yourself. And be friends with people who are in the military, because that's just smart. Don't go to hospitals, because if you go to a hospital, if you're first infected, you'll probably just get shot in the face by a cop or someone in the military. And then get in shape and stay in shape, because you can't stop running. Good luck. Those are some sources.
Do you have any questions? Anybody? Is it really?
Yes, Lucas.
Would a bow and arrow be a weapon you could use?
Yeah, if you're a god at shooting a bow and arrow. But I mean, think about it, you only have so much ammo for that,
Yeah, but you can kill him and can't grab the arrow and then shoot it again.
Yeah, but if there's a giant herd, shoot one, you're I don't really want to go get that arrow, I mean, it depends. If you're in the show where you have unlimited arrows, even though you have 5,
Oh yeah.
They just keep on rolling, Legolas, and yeah. I think it's a good weapon though. Otherwise, unless you're going against a herd, because it's silent, and if you're good at it, then you can snipe.
Right.
So. Yeah.
Right.
Any other questions, or are we done? Lucas.
What's the best way to kill a zombie?
Killing it in the head. Go back to the slide.
You just read it.
Boom. How to kill a zombie, Lucas. Number 1, choose your weapon. Number 2, aim for the head. Number 3, don't miss. And then double tap.
Double tap. Kill him again?
Yeah, just in case.
Okay.
Alright, so are we good? Okay, sweet. Thank you.